Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Brady remembers everything but has one lingering question, and Xander rages at Fiona. Johnny comes to Chanel's hospital room, where she tells him she threw her back out. He flashes back to seeing Alex having sex with an unseen person in a hospital room. He stiffly asks how Chanel hurt her back. She tells him she bent down to tie her shoe, and her back went out. Just like that, huh? He deadpans. He again flashes to Alex having sex and starts to say something, but Alex enters to check on Chanel. At the pub, a flustered Stephanie tells Jada she had sex with Alex. Delighted, Jada eats up the details of them doing it on set in a hospital bed. Since Stephanie thought Alex just wanted to be friends, she doesn't know what to think now. And they didn't get a chance to talk afterward because she had to deal with the PR crisis of Hattie walking off set. Jada suggests this could be the start of something great for her and Alex. Stephanie worries it could ruin their friendship instead. Someone knocks on Leo's Salem in-room door as he writes a body and soul script. He opens the door but promptly closes it, assuming Hattie's on the other side. Through the door, she tells him she's Marlena. Dubious, he quizzes her about things he told her in therapy. She passes his test, and he lets her in. She explains that she's there because Abe said Leo had something to talk to her about. Leo explains how Hattie left them in a lurch when she walked out before her death scene. "We need you to fall down an elevator shaft." In the interrogation room, Brady finally remembers that Fiona was the one driving the car that hit Sarah. He thanks Eric for triggering his memory. If not for him, he'd never know he was innocent. Eric vows they'll get him out of there and that Fiona will pay. At the Kuriaki's mansion, Xander stops Fiona before she can push Sarah down the stairs in her wheelchair. Xander demands to know why his mother is threatening to kill his wife. Sarah says Fiona doesn't want anyone finding out she's the one who put her in the chair. Xander growls and pushes Fiona away. Sarah tells him she remembered seeing Fiona in the driver's seat. When Xander confronts her, Fiona weakly confirms she's the one who hit Sarah. As Sarah tends to a crying Victoria, Xander furiously brings Fiona downstairs. He rages as she tries to defend herself. She couldn't tell him the truth because he's the only good thing she's had in her life, but she screwed it up from the get-go. She tears up recounting how special it was reconnecting with him at the wedding. Xander could understand her falling off the wagon, but he'll never forgive her for getting drunk, leaving Sarah hurt in the street, and framing an innocent man. At the hospital, Johnny bristles as Alex and Chanel talk about their delayed love scene. After Alex leaves, Chanel notes Johnny is acting off and asks what's going on. He says it's just been a long day. She says she's getting jealousy vibes from him. "What's there to be jealous about?" he asks. "It's not like you and Alex are having sex, right?" She looks at him with confusion. In the interrogation room, Brady wonders why Sarah would tell the police he was the one driving. Eric insists she wasn't protecting Fiona, but they'll get to the bottom of that mystery another time. Later, Jada joins them to hear Brady's story. She needs more than just his word. Eric tells her to talk to Fiona and Sarah. She'll get all the proof she needs. At the mansion, Xander says he might be able to feel something for Fiona if he hadn't just walked in on her trying to murder the love of his life. She insists she wasn't going to do it. She just panicked. She's so ashamed of herself. He notes that's when she usually cuts and runs. She stayed because she couldn't bear to lose him. "You have lost me now," he says. "For good. Forever." In Leo's room, Marlena points out she's already told Abe she doesn't want to be part of the B&S production. Leo pleads until she concedes. He embraces her, but she makes clear it's only for one scene. She gets a call from Eric, who wants her to come to the police station for some good news. Alex and Stephanie bump into each other outside their apartments. He invites her into his place, where they awkwardly broach the elephant in the room. They make charged eye contact and inch toward each other as they talk about how they've always had an attraction, but that isn't enough for a relationship. Clearly drawn to each other, they agree they don't want to ruin their friendship. As they say a flirtatious goodnight, he pulls her into a passionate kiss. At the Demera mansion, Johnny settles Chanel into bed. She asks him to join her, but he says he has work to do. He goes downstairs and pours himself a drink. Falsely seething over Chanel having sex with Alex, he rages over feeling like a fool. He throws his glass, which smashes in the foyer. In the interrogation room, Marlena is thrilled to learn Brady is innocent. She apologizes for believing otherwise. Brady knows she and Eric have been there for him every step of the way. He vows to stay in treatment and make the most of his second chance. At the Kiriaki mansion, Xander tells Fiona his rage isn't like what he felt for Brady. He feels shock, disgust, and shame. He never thought he'd have to call the cops on his own mother. "You don't have to," Jada says as she enters. She assures Xander she's all caught up and cuffs Fiona, placing her under arrest. Sarah joins them. She can't believe what an idiot she was for bringing Fiona to Salem and trusting her with her daughter. Fiona tearfully tells Xander and Sarah that she really does love them. Jada leads her out. An anguished Xander watches in tears. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.